Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy last day of July, if you can believe that. I'm just checking my live, make sure my feed is all working. Looks like that is. Moving some stuff around here so it's off my desk. Hi, Luann. How are you? Okay, looks like we're live. All right, I hear myself, so that means the volume is working. I'm going to turn my computer TV down, and we're going to get started. Tonight is the last day of the month, which means the subscription products are going to switch over, and it's always kind of a weird time for me because I always show the inspiration box, and the subscription link can switch over, and so, I did put the Sparkle and Celebrate stamp set in the chat. Those are our affiliate links, which just means if you place an order using one of my links, I do get a small kickback from that or a commission from that. I also have put in my QR code. I'll put up here in the corner. If you decide you want to place an order, you can scan that and that will take you to the store. And that is an affiliate link as well. Hi, Kate. But we're going to go ahead and switch down to the bottom table. So we are going to use the Midway Magnificent Midway inspiration box, and tonight we are going to use the stamp for the most part. We're going to do something a little different. I am also possibly going to use this paper pad that was in it, but I'm not 100% sure. Today you celebrated a big double seven at this. Well, there you go. Happy 77th. Years young. We're going to sparkle and celebrate for you tonight. But tonight, what we're going to do, and I did share this down below in the description box, we are going to use the Waffle Collage posted stencil. I shared the kit or the bundle that is the starter set, which I think is the die and the stencil. But there is also the block. I do have the regular one here too, and I already have these all die cut out. But I just wanted you to show that when you get them. Like here's the slimline postage collage. You get these. This is the block, and I will show you what that does so that you can see that. My dies are all kind of wonky there. And then it's the same thing if you use the regular one, but we're going to use that with the stamp set tonight. So I already have that cut out. I'm going to put that away. Hi, Mama, and hi, Brandon. Hi, Penny. So I'm going to go ahead and put this away. I didn't necessarily link the postage collage stamp set, which is the postage numbers, just because I forgot about it earlier, but we'll see if we use that tonight. So here is the slimline one that is all cut out. So we're going to use this tonight. Hi, Shiloh. You made it. Yay. I'm going to move my glass mat because we're going to use my stick and stay palette as to blend tonight. We're going to use some Simon Hurley inks to start, and we are going to kind of cut this apart, but what I wanted to show you is that I got the block stamp, and I do recommend you get that because this is so that if you would want to put it behind, you can do it, and then the holes get covered so you can do different colors. So I do like that. And then it also cuts out the inside pieces. So you could also do this in different colors and cut this out of white, and you could layer them. So, but we are going to make a mini slimline card tonight using this. So I have my stencil. We're going to do it a little wonky. I'm going to use lots of masking tape tonight. Now I got to find my stencil. So here's the stencil that goes with the slimline, and it just goes on and it covers up. You can kind of see it when you put it down. It will cover up all of the stitched lines and all the dots. I'm just going to kind of line that up. It's going to be close enough. It doesn't matter. So we're going to do that, and we're going to ink blend, and then we're going to make postage stamps because look at how great this fits on here. So I thought we'd make some fun. And then, like I said, I did the small one too in case we decided we wanted to do more. Now, this is my conundrum. I don't know if I want to do cools or lights. And actually, let's see if I can put something there so you guys aren't shined by that light on my camera upstairs there, my top. I'm thinking we got to do purples and blues because purples are my favorites. And I'm thinking we're going to do ultraviolet. Or no, not ultraviolet. I want pompous. Where did I put that one? There it is. I put it in the wrong spot. So I got to move my blending brushes around too. That's Roar. I don't know what Roar is doing. Roar is in with my purples, you guys. All right. So I want pompous. I think I want Crown Me. And then for blue, let's do Siren Song. We're going to do kind of a weirdy kind of thing like that. How does that look? Okay. So let's start. Now, what I would say that we're going to do this kind of cattywampus. I like this long one, and we're going to cut these apart. And I want to be able to put the roller coaster on this long one. So we're going to mask this side off. We're going to mask this guy off so I don't accidentally ink blend on him. The rest of them can be ink blend on however I feel the need. But I think what I'm going to do is kind of do the top of them a little bit so that I don't accidentally overblend, because I am an over blender, or an aggressive blender, I think is the other way people call it. I'm just going to grab some blending brushes here and go to town. I hope everyone had a great week. I'm super excited for the new release. It's coming, and obviously if you saw that the pre-orders for Mr. Theodore are available on the website right now. I'm super excited about that, which reminds me, I also want to put up, they did add some advent calendar. So there's the advent calendar QR code. If you're interested in that, if you buy the bundle, you save $25 and you will get both the Halloween and the Christmas. Otherwise, you can buy one or the other. I am going to be doing videos this year, of course, again. And they're shipping them out earlier, so you should be able to play along with me while I am showing those videos. And I try to stick with as much of the box as I can. Now, obviously, I pull in inks and some papers, but for like every once in a while, I pull in maybe an extra sentiment that's a basic. I try to go basic sentiments, as in I try not to do too many. Hold on 1 second. I have a stick and stay palette somewhere. Yes, I do. Sorry, I don't want to get ink on my piece of paper here, so I'm just going to grab one of my stick and stay palettes. So I try to do basics like a trick or treat or a boo or Merry Christmas or warm winter wishes. These colors are kind of look very similar, so we might grab a different color than Crown Me. And maybe my ink, I think my ink blending brush wasn't clean enough. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just put pompous away for right now so I don't contaminate that. And then the other thing I wanted to say on the website is the Sunflower Soiree class is available, and so is the Tricks and Treats class. Those are virtual events. I will tell you guys, in my honest opinion, the Sunflower Soiree was my very, very most favorite event last year. The products are amazing. They're beautiful, and I loved the event so much. It was one of the first events that I've done in a while where I started it and didn't stop and made everything right away. Like, I actually sat through and was like, I'm making all of it. So we're just going to do a 2-color blend on these tonight. Okay, so now that we've got those, I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And so nothing super fancy tonight other than I think this is a very fun die set to get if you can get it, because you can add so many things with your different things. I mean, I'll show you. I'll grab a couple. I'm not going to stamp them out, but I'll show you. I've gone through my stash and I've found coffee stamps that went in there. They don't have to be small either. They can be bigger stamps. You just want to make sure that the focal point is in there as much as you can get them. So I think it's just fun. They're little tiny scenes, and you can use the whole thing, or you can do, and I've used this before during a live before. And when I was thinking about this live tonight and I was thinking about the silhouette stamps, I was like, yes, because the silhouette stamps play very, very, very well with the postage stamp die. All right. So now for this one, we're going to peel it off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at how pretty that is. Now I am going to put that back down, but of course my stick and stay palette is very sticky. I want to ink blend this one as well, but I want this one to go like this. So we're going to peel it off and stick it back down. And another thing, I don't know, Stencilpalooza is coming. I'm super excited, and I will tell you, I don't know if I can tell you or not, but it starts on Sunday. I'm going to tell you because I have a video. I haven't made it yet, but I am making a video tomorrow for day 1 and day 2. I don't know for sure if I'm going to have day 3, a video for day 3 before. So there'll be 2 stencils released on Sunday. That's day 1 and 2. And I will have a video up for those. I'm super excited. I don't know if I'll get the other one ready right away or if I'll use it during my live because, yay, I was really hoping I could tease you guys tonight, but about 2 hours that way is where my design team box is. So tomorrow, if the shipping lords play nice, I should get my box tomorrow so that I can have that. And I will have that for next week, which will be super fun. I'm super excited. So, hi, Karen. All right, so there is our stencil. And while this is down, I'm going to wash this off. I am going to move it for just a minute because I'm going to wash this off quick. Let these dry a few seconds, but look at how pretty that is. I mean, you can do reds, yellows. Maybe we'll do that if we can have some time. We'll try to do some reds and yellows and oranges with the plain, the A2 size. I don't remember the name of that. Okay, let's clean this off quick. Oh, I also forgot one other thing that I've got standing here in my face. I can't promise I'm going to use it tonight, but there is a freebie this week. If you spend $60. You not only do you get the stamp of the month, which I believe might even already have switched over to the new one, but you also get this awesome washi tape, which, you know, these ice cream cones and these stripes would work really well with our card. So we might use this tonight. I'll see if we get that far, if I remember. So yeah, I am super excited that I'm really, really hoping that it says it's out for delivery tomorrow, but we'll see because sometimes they decide it's got to go one more place. I haven't tracked it this afternoon to see if it's gone from Des Moines to Cedar Rapids because sometimes they decide it's got to go to Cedar Rapids before it can come to me. They say they all go, but they don't always scan it in Cedar Rapids, so I never know. All right, I'm not worried about up here so much because I just want to make sure it's lined up with this bottom one. Now, if you were going to do them all one direction, like if I had this horizontal, you could just leave it in place and stamp. Oh, what am I doing? Are you ready to stamp? We're going to stamp. I can't stamp in here. We got to stamp in our Misty, right? Oh, that reminded me of, have any of you guys seen the Midwest Cook? There's a lady who makes salads and she's a Midwest cook. I am being from Minnesota. She is very Minnesotan and says, don't you know, and all that stuff. And I watched a bunch of her videos last night, so I'm sounding like her accent. That just makes me laugh. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to flip our Misty this way. And I have my 6x6 stick and stamp palette in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right there because I want it to go all the way. And I'm going to go ahead and line that back up again. And I'm not going to worry because my stamp is, I know this 6x6 doesn't reach the whole Misty. I don't have that much of an issue. And yes, I have this. This is because I have one from the watercolor class that I actually have 2. I bought one from I got one in my class and then I got another one from the air stores and I cut one of them and I left my wells here because I wanted to do that. So let's get this off. Now, hopefully, we're going to be able to, I've not stamped this down yet before. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it kind of on the edge as much as I can. And I'm going to let it go off the edge because I kind of want just the roller coaster. And yes, it is on the edge of my Misty over there, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Oh, we have to lower it. Do you see that? That's the only issue we had. We got to lower it down. That's fine. So it doesn't stick to the top of my door. Okay, is that lined up? Then I move it. All right. There we go. We'll do this again. And the other thing, it's rained all day here today, which we desperately needed the rain. They were talking about the Mississippi being very low in spots, and so we needed it. And so I'm glad about that. And it's finally cool. I have my windows open, you guys. I'm so excited about that. Now I am going to turn it now because it's easier for me to stamp like this. Like I said, it's going off the edge a little bit here, so I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful here. I could have moved my whole thing over and done it the other way, but I'm going to make it work. And I think instead of using my Raven Detail ink, I'm going to go ahead and use the Black Widow because I love the Black Widow and I love how it plays with the Simon Hurley inks. When I want the black, I may have to stamp this a couple times just because I've never used the stamp yet before. Saved it for tonight and it's nice and fresh. Let's see how, oh my gosh, look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh, I never even noticed that there was a little roller coaster guy on there. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is I'm so excited about this. I was talking to Jess and Heather and Christopher earlier today. I told them I was making postage stamps tonight. All right, now the thing that I have to I'm going to pull this up close so you can see it. Look at how cool that is. Isn't that cool? I think it's awesome. I am not going to wipe off that yet. I'm going to wipe my stamp off. This is the conundrum that I have. Do I stamp some fireworks as well? Do we stamp some fireworks? What do you think? I'm kind of leaning towards yes, but I'm kind of leaning towards maybe waiting and I don't know if I want them black and white or if I want them to be, I'm thinking they need to be black though. What do you guys think? I was thinking about heat embossing them, but then I just don't know. I feel like the big one should go in the middle. I don't know. What do you think? We're not going to add them to all of them, but I'm thinking we need to add them to some of them. So maybe we will. We're going to go for it. Okay. I'm going to pull that one out. Actually, maybe we will put the big one in the corner. And then put this guy here, and then we'll try to get the full-on little one. Yeah, we're going to do them, and we'll do them in black. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay, cross your fingers that I didn't make a bad decision. Oh, love it. Perfect. Because it is a night sky. So, I mean, I know you would normally they'd be lit up, but. And how fun would they be if you guys took the, if you did the CYOE ending, you could do the spinner, but also Pear Blossom Plus. Cut the teeny tiny centers out of these and put light behind it. How fun would that be? All right, I'm going to pull this off because I want to wipe it off. Look at that. Look at how cool that is, you guys. Isn't that fun? Now, before we ruin this, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut these apart. I don't, because it's all perfect. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to cut it right down because I don't want the panel. I want the stamps. So you just cut right down the center of the circles and look at how cool that is. It's like a stamp. I mean, we got to put our little, maybe some stuff on it. Yes, to the fireworks. Thank you, Shiloh. I love it. I think they turned out awesome. And we'll put some little gems in there too. All right, I'm going to put that guy off to the side. And now we have more space that we can stamp our stuff. So we're going to do it this way this time. Actually, we're going to do it this way because we're going to stamp across the bottom. I'm going to wipe off our fireworks. I don't want to put fireworks on all of them. And actually, we can actually do one where we could do a firework just like this, which we might do. I'm just going to pull them off to the side here. and wipe off my stencil. I need a bigger desk. So I don't know, for those of you who attended CYOE, I hope you had a great time. I had a great time. I did miss some of Sunday because we took my friends that were here, we took a little road trip and went down to our local scrapbook store because they were having a garage sale and we wanted to check it out. And I was looking for some retired sets and I got a couple of things that have been on my wish list for a long time. So I was excited about that. Okay, so in my opinion, I'm going to try to mask off. I'm going to mask this one off because I'm thinking this one should be, no. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our stamp set. And what we're going to do is we're going to look. See, I think this one fits perfectly. The little carousel fits perfectly in there. And I think we got to have like the Ferris wheel in one of these. And then I thought it would be fun to try to get in some of these other rides. But I was like, do I want to do the carousel? But I'm thinking if we do the carousel here, that maybe we got to do the one with the Viking ship. But if I do this one, the balloon gets caught. So we're going to do this one. Because, we got the Viking ship, we got a tent, and we got the tilt-a-wheel. Thanks, Kate. I think it's fun, too. So let's block this part off. And I just think this is a fun set. Now, I am not going to tell you over there, where I keep my postage collage dies and stencils, because I have a few of the stencils that they have made with them. I actually keep my, I have been slowly building up and buying small silhouette stamps because I think they're going to be fun to add to this when I have time to sit and actually craft for fun someday. And I mean that as in, I do have time to craft for fun, but I don't craft for fun very often. I'm usually making a video or some samples, or I start cleaning. So I'm on the line right here, so I'm kind of pushing that in. There, I got that good. We're going to try it one more time there. Perfect. So now I'm going to wipe my stamp off. Yeah, I thought the fireworks, that would go great in that one. And I am going to wipe this one off because I think the carousel, was it this one that had the better carousel? I liked this carousel better. So before I'm going to do is I'm going to try to very carefully cover up this side, because I want to wipe off that ink and try not and make sure I don't get it on that. Okay. And then I'm going to take this one, and I want the carousel because that to me is very much so part of a fair. And of course I'm off the edge on that side. Stamp that one down. So I'd like to encourage you to think about your stamps and how can you use them in a different way. Like I said, I have this die set and I can pull it out of my stash and use it with this. I mean, they've made some great stamps with it. Like Sarah's card with just the fireworks. Look at that. You guys, look at that. Look at that. Look at how great that turned out. Okay. I think we're going to have to put, I don't know if we're going to put fireworks for sure in that one. We might just do some stars or something. Let's get this upper one done. So I'm going to wipe off my stencil. And we're going to put this back down because I think we're going to do one where it's just fireworks. Like I said, I'm just lining it up again so that it's close enough. There we go. That looks close enough to me. All right. I know I have some great photos of my kids at different, I have my photos of my kids riding the, I have pictures of my daughter. I went on the Ferris wheel with her when she was in 8th grade at the pier and in Chicago. I think that's the one we're going to put here. Because we're going to cut these apart anyway. And maybe I will do it this way because that way I don't have to worry about. And then my kids that went to Florida, I think this guy here, this thing, they both might have rode on that one when they were down there. I don't know if I have photos of that. She might have sent me photos. I don't know if she did or not, but he probably, I don't know if they did for that when they went on their Florida trip. I want to center that just a little bit. Thank you. I think it's just fun. And I didn't think about it till today when I was like, oh, I should use that. I'm just going to cover up that, and we're going to cover up this just to make sure. We got to get the Ferris wheel. And I really ink blended. I really squished the ink in on my thing, didn't you? And I like this, the Black Widow, or the Black Widow, because it's dark, but it's not so like in your face dark. And so yeah, there's a little bit of line right there. So all I'm going to do is grab my little, that's not the right type of pen. I have a liner pen here like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of draw it in to the side before I remove my stencil. Okay, there we go. All right. And then we're going to do our fireworks on our last one, I think. More fireworks. Okay. You ready for the reveal? 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Ooh, we got a little blop in there. That's okay. We'll make it work. We're going to put fireworks in there anyway. What we'll do is take the big firework, and we'll just put the big firework right on top of that. And then we'll grab one of the little ones. We're going to do 4 fireworks. Actually, I think I'm just going to do 3, and we'll move this guy up. Because then we have room for, I think we're going to put one in this. Let's move them down, and we'll put it in this corner. The small one there. Because then I can put a little, I'll show you the postage in this corner. And I like the postage, the little postage ones. There's also, they make all sorts. There's a 4th of July one. There's all sorts of ones that have different, and I'll show you what I mean when I say postage if you haven't seen them yet. But they've got the little numbers on them. So like the Valentine one has like 14 cents and things like that. I'm thinking, do I want to add a little? No, we're just going to do 3. Because I don't want to do 5. All right, here's the big reveal. Take that off. Take that off. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, it's awesome. All right, let's peel this off. Now I'm going to bring out, look at how fun that is. So you could use this panel just as is. And had I not had to cut this one off, we could have put it just as a panel on our card. Just like that. And we could have had a card with just those on here. And oh, you can't see that very well because it's on black. Okay, let's move this. There's mine. This is a slim line. This is more than a slim line, but see, if you do that just like this, see how that can just go right behind them. Hi, Jamie. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to do it by hand. I'm going to go ahead and grab my stick and stay mat. We're going to stick them out like this. I'm going to stick this one like this. And then I'll tell you what the postage part. So this is, I'm going to do, because it's postage, so it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, the numbers you can do perfect. Oops, I did something. I hope I did. Oh, I just closed the chat. Okay. Oh, good. So these are what I talk about when I talk about the postage. And there's like the Valentine's one. And this is just, this one is Galena. Oh, did I not grab the right one? Postage Collage Fall North Pole. So I want the regular one. I didn't grab that one. Sorry about that. They're a smaller set, so they're a smaller price point. And where did I put it? I have the regular one. They have a birthday one. They have a 4th of July one. I could have swore I had the plain postage one. I'm looking to make sure I'm not. Well, maybe I put it in the wrong spot. Oh, no, this is it. It's called Postage Collage. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I did have that out right. So this one's called Postage Collage. I was just reading, there's a little something in right here. But it says Postage Collage because it has the forever things and like that. So we're going to use those. And I love the cancellation marks. So there's all sorts of ones. We're not going to use all of these, but we're going to use some of them. And what I'm going to do is stick it on, and then I'll just show you. So I can take this and I can type the, oh, well, first of all, let's lay it up on the thing. And this is the fun thing, is that you can go in, and that's why it doesn't matter if you make a mistake. You can do them anywhere you want. And we might do this one with the forever. And maybe we'll do that corner. And if they're not perfect, it's okay, because when the mail goes through, the machine does not always do it right? So there's my forever. We're not going to put postage on all of them. But there's 30 cents, there's 15 cents, there's 9 cents. Let's do a 30-cent one. And then we'll do actually I want the smaller 30-cent one. And we'll do a 9-cent one for that teeny tiny one. Okay. So super fun for that. And what I do is I just kind of put them on the edge of my block since I have such a big block. And I'm going to go ahead and, you could use Raven Detail ink or your deep black ink 30-cent one. I think we're going to do, hopefully I didn't put it on my block straight, but put that up in this corner. I pushed that down kind of hard, but that's okay. I mean, you could use your Misty for it, but I'm not. I'm just going to go for it because and this is the 9-cent one. And we're going to put that one in this corner. And then depending on how you did that now, you could also take the cancellation marks and put your cancellation marks on them and cancel them like this, so they're like used postage. I don't know if I want to do that though, because I like the images and I don't want to block them off. I think we're going to do one more because I think this one needs something. I'm just going to stick these in here and I'll fix them later. Oh, I put them in the wrong spot. There we go. I'm going to grab the 50-cent one because I feel like this one needs a big something in the corner here. Grab the 50-center. And of course, this one doesn't have anything on it, but I'm okay with that. We can layer it up in the corner. There we go. So that's the fun part about these two, is that you can add these. You don't need to, but it just adds that little bit of something extra fun to make them a postage stamp. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer it on here, even though I don't, and I'm going to glue it down. So I'm just going to add some glue all around the edges, and then I'm going to cut it apart because I want them to have that backer. And I'm going to add glue right on the dots for each one. Like I said, hopefully we should have time to get to do some red and pink ones too. And then I need white behind this so I can see what I'm doing. Line it up properly. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, because it's black. Duh. Okay, so we're just going to layer that on there like that. That's going to look good enough for me. And then for this one, I'm just going to add some tape on the edges all the way around. Normally, I would just have glued it down, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to line it back right up. And I'll line it up as straight as I can because I'm not going to worry about if I have to cut it. There we go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut them. And then, actually, that one didn't line up properly. So, can I get it off of there? Nope, it's stuck down. You could just cut rectangles too. We'll make it work though. I'm going to make it work though because I already cut it out. That works. That works. All right. And then for this one, I'm just going to cut it right down the middle. And right down this way. And I know there's a lot more black on the edges. I'm just going to cut that off a little bit because I just want a little bit of black there behind there. I don't need the whole thing. So I'm just going to trim it off like that. And then we've got that little bit of black behind there. I don't worry about cutting it perfectly, you know, because machines don't always cut them perfectly, or, you know, you don't tear them perfectly. And you get that little bit of a corner off of a postage stamp. That's one thing. Between that and Halloween, Halloween is your permission to accidentally make mistakes and messes because you can cover them up with lots of splatter. Now, if you're not a Halloween person, you're going to have to, you know, bide with me. And I will try to talk about ways you can make it into a fall card, but I am loving the Halloween release. So I will be going Halloween crazy for the next month with our release. Okay. Oops, we didn't cut that one down. So we didn't really need the blocks on this one, but it's okay. There's just a little bit of black there that kind of helps it stick out. All right, let's quickly make the next set because I do want a few more. Let's do some, we want a little brighter colored one. So let's quick grab this one. I might not do all of them. I might just, we're going to ink blend them quick, but I don't know if I'll stamp all of them. I can actually cut some of them off apart too. So I'm just going to ink, cover up the tops. Of this one. Yeah, we'll leave that one. And let's grab some colors. We've got, let's use red flag. I don't think I've used that before. And of course, you guys know me. It's going to be shooting star. That's my favorite yellow. And then I'm going to use fruitcake. There's our color palette. Now, help me out. Does it go red, orange, yellow, or yellow, orange, red? Yellow, orange, red, right? We want yellow at the bottom, correct? If I did it wrong, we'll just flip it upside down. Because the sun would be setting, right? So it should be yellow at the bottom. I'm just going to use my small blending brushes for this because I can go quickly. And I'm going to move this one over a little bit. I guess this one I didn't need to do that much. I didn't really need to do. Other thing you can do with the postage cloths, you could just die cut out pattern paper and stick it on. If you get the blocks, you can cut the pattern paper out and put the blocks right on there, which we could do with a couple of those. All right, I'm going to put that away because I could use what's left on my blending brush. And we're going to grab our fruit cake here. Yeah, it is. I mean, you can't. When I cut it, it's not as easy to see. I won't cut this one down as much. I'll show it to you and show you what I mean. I mean, it's just kind of, my blending brush seems kind of dirty, which is weird because there's nothing on it but orange. I think I'm gonna have to get a bigger one for the upper part. Let's just grab my bigger ones. I like them better. This is kind of a candy cane. I could leave it and make it a candy cane or candy corn. Now, really, really fun to blend oxides with this because the oxides blend so beautifully, but I'm going to just use the Simon Hurley inks This is not your mama cardstock, by the way. So if you, to get a really beautiful, beautiful blend, I usually use my Perfect Blend, but I just grabbed the Not Your Mama today. All right, and then I am going to go back and grab my yellow. And a little bit more. Yeah, I'm getting Candy King vibes right now. Probably could have done 2 colors and just had the ink blend and then meet them in the middle. And that would have been just fine too, because red and orange make yellow. Oh, you guys, the breeze coming in my window is making me so happy. Hi, Shalana. I missed that you snuck in here. How are you, crafty friends? Red flag. Now, I have not used red flag before. So let's see what it looks like. Fun, fun, fun. Now, my friend Julie was teasing me this weekend. Hi, Julie, if you're watching or if you're watching the replay, because I promised, remember a couple weeks ago, my friend Shiloh, it's in the chat. Oh, that's okay, Cordelia. It happens. I know I'm opposite of them. You're good. We haven't put our card together yet. We've just been ink blending, and there's a big line right there. My friend Shiloh is the one who got me into sewing on my cards, and then my machine, went crazy when we tried to do it live. So I promise we are going to sew on our cards this coming up here. That is a very bad horizon line there. That's okay. We may use those for another card. Not necessarily this one. We don't need too many more stamps. Just going to go over this one a little bit just to ink blend them all in. That looks dirty for some reason. This one looks dirty. Not sure why that's like that. So I promise we're going to be adding some sewing. Especially because for Halloween cards, it's fun to make it. Oh yeah, went on camera. Exactly. Well, I decided to kind of shoot it from the side, Shiloh, so that they could actually see instead of top down, since you can't see anything. And it, of course, did not work. I am going to, I should have blended this in my Misty instead of having to peel it off, but it's fine. So another option that you can do, since I'm not going to use all of these because obviously I have that really bad horizon line right there. You can go ahead and cut these. And we might just use 2. Just going to use the 2 for right now. We'll put those away. And then you can go ahead and just line them back up and stamp just those 2. So grab my Misty. And once again, I'm going to do it kind of sideways. Oops. What's going on here? Oh, this way. Yep. Okay. So let's do it this way. Sorry. I messed it up. There we go. Can I go down a little bit further? So it lines up pretty easy. Let's get our fireworks out of here. We don't want any more of those. And we're going to grab our stamp set. Oh, I wanted to show you, like, for example, you can grab, and I'm going to take the stamp out of it so you can see it. Something like as cute as Theodore. And you can go ahead and see, you can make little cute Theodore. Oh yeah, I know. I know you do, and I thought about it, but since it's so little, it fits on my machine. I was just telling people not to close their eyes, and I was moving it to the side so that they could do, I could put it on. I'm gonna move that back too if you wanted to, if somebody wanted my affiliate link there. That way they could. But see how they fit in here so cute. I mean, even here's the. Look at how cute Theodore fits inside those. So you could stamp and make little Theodore. I mean, this guy, he fits almost the whole thing right there. So, and I did say I wanted to make some, I just told Jess and Heather and Christopher that I wanted to make some Theodore stamps too, but not tonight because I wanted to do this. We needed to use this one set tonight. All right, let's grab our stamp set out. Now I'm thinking we got to use the ball this time, right? This gigantic ball thing. And I'm thinking we need to use, I'm going to do another, well, I don't know if I want another spaceship. What else do we have? We use most everything. So maybe we'll do another trick, but we'll do it like this. We get the swings in there too. Okay. All right, that works. And we're going to go ahead and now wait till you see what it looks like on the light colored. See how fun that is? Now I think this is sticking weirdly here, so let's do that. And then we're going to stamp that down one more time just to get that through so it's nice and dark. You could also heat emboss these. I love to heat emboss the Simon Hurley inks because they stay wet long enough, but you need to make sure your backgrounds are dry. But then you could heat emboss like some alabaster or the Raven ink. And I'm just going to go ahead and draw in the line that's kind of right here just to kind of make it make sense at the bottom. Hopefully that's going to be okay in the corners here. All right, ready for the reveal? 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Here we go. I don't know if those of you watched Chris's live on Tuesday, and he was using one of our old embossing folders that we used to carry. And I have them, and I had to pull them out. And boy, did I have some fun with them. I have a video that I'm going to show you how I use those and how much fun I had with them. Oh, we probably should have put some fireworks in this one. But we're just going to tape it off. Feel like there's not enough there. So let's add a few fireworks. Bear with me. We're going to punt and change a little bit. So we got to bring that down just a little bit. I could put the stencil back in, but I'm just going to go ahead and we'll just do 2 little fireworks. We'll do a big one and then a teeny tiny one on the side. I feel like that there's something missing from those. And then maybe we'll put our sentiment on the other one. Or we'll cover them up. Okay, that works. All right, ready? Thank you. Easties, hi, how are you? Welcome back to here. Look at how fun that is. It's just so fun. If you've never ridden on the swings, if you ever get a chance to, even as an adult, do it. As an adult, to be honest with you, it's scarier than when you're a kid. Because when you're a kid, it's like, woohoo, fun, fun, fun. But when I was an adult, I was kind of like, please, or not quite an adult, but older adult. I was like, please don't like break. This goes this way. So I am going to tape that down and cut them like the other ones because otherwise they're not going to match. I'm like, please don't break and send me flying through the air. When was the last time you did maintenance on them? But they are super fun. I've done the pirate ship or the Viking ship once in my life, and I was in high school. Never again. Actually, I think I did it twice in one day, and then I was like, never again. I got kind of sick to my stomach. I get migraines pretty easy, so I can't believe I was able to do that. But I love roller coasters, but I'm terrified of roller coasters. It is. The last time I was on a roller coaster was my kids were older, of course. They were in high school. And I was at Universal in Florida. And my kids wanted to go on the Hulk. And they convinced me to go. Get up to the front. And we were in the very front of the line. So I ended up sitting in like the second row on this thing. Oh my goodness. And I was just like, I don't want to do this, which I love roller coasters, but for some reason I did not want to go on that one. It was really fun, but I only did it once. I didn't need to go a second time. This one I'm going to kind of leave alone because I think I'm going to put my sentiment in there of some sort. All right, let's get a card made. Cover up our mat here so we're not sticking. He was just able to ride roller coasters. So. Oh, yes. Yes. So it's my daughter is a thrill seeker. She loves roller coasters and scary rides and scary movies and just everything. And the first time I took her to Disney, she got to go on the rock and roller coaster, of course, because I knew she would love it. And I ended up not riding it with her because she rode it with other people because my son saw it take off and he's like, no way. And so then I had to convince him, and I did kind of tell him a little bit of a fib about Space Mountain. I told him it wasn't that scary and it was easier and better. Not telling him that we were going to ride right in a row. And my daughter was behind me. She got to sit by herself, and she stopped screaming halfway through the roller coaster that I actually turned around to make sure she didn't fall out. She ended up being so quiet. She freaked me out. Okay. So I am going to make a mini slimline card. So I'm going to trim this down to 3.5, which I think this is close to 3.5 by 6. I had a panel, but I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to do 6.25 this time. Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't just anymore, but it was fun. So I'm just going to kind of lay these out here a little bit. I may, we have enough to do more than one card. I'm thinking we might end up having to do a couple of cards. Like I might just do 3 on this one. I'm thinking this guy has to go by himself. And then we needed another one, I think. I feel like we almost needed another one. But it's fine. Maybe we'll do these 3 together. And I got a little schmutz on here. So I wanted to, I don't know if you can see that. I can cover it up. I'm going to try to erase it first. Yeah, she is such a thrill seeker, my little one, my oldest. So she could totally. I think that's kind of a fun little thing here. Yeah, I know. I don't know if I could. You were the yes, yep. I mean, I always did too, just because, you know, I think when I was in high school, I lived in Minnesota, so I'm not too far from Valley Fair. And I'm going to use some of this as a background. And my senior year, I think it was, we went for our youth group for church. And I don't remember my senior, it was 1 year, my senior in high school. We decided that we had a rule that you could not, the second the roller coaster left the building that it was in, your hands had to go up and you had to lean forward. And you had not put your hands down and sit back in your seat until the ride was over. And we did it the entire day. It was so fun. One time we did it with our eyes closed the whole time. That about did me in. I'm liking this Life is Good. And I'm thinking I like the orange one. And then I think we'll use the paper pad for that. So I don't think I want to use the flip-flops though. I was thinking about the ice cream cone and making a fun background that way. But I'm thinking this is too thick, so I'm going to cut it down to 3.25. I think that's a better size for me. And actually, we could also do it this way, which is, I think, what I want to do. And we're going to cover up some of this one because I made some boo-boos on it. And then we'll put this like this. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's get it done. Let's get it. So I'm going to take some of our washi tape here and just make a background if I can start it. You had 6 flags. Yeah. I haven't done, I don't remember if I did a 6 Flags. I've done Disney. I've done Universal. I don't remember if I've done 6 Flags. I feel like I don't remember. And then of course I've done what's it called? I just talked about it. Valley Fair. And then there is oh my gosh, Adventureland down in Cedar Rapids or down in Des Moines. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to gently put some of these on. I like the Life is Good, Best Summer Ever. I'm just going to rip some of them off. Just make a fun little background just to give it a little bit of something. I'm trying to get straight. And I'm going to wrap them around the side. And then I'm going to put these back down on here and see what we think. I mean, I know that some of it's going to be covered. So I'm going to do a couple more down here. Let's do another one of the pink. And then I'm going to do one of the, where did it go? The ice cream cone at the bottom here. Just kind of making my own pattern paper. But I'm actually thinking I want to do the whole panel, if that's okay with you guys. My daughter was there when there wasn't. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to think about those types of things. I'm going to go ahead and put this one here. I know I didn't do them in order. I'm just playing. It's kind of funny. I've got the yellow cone lined up each time. About perfect. Because we all have this washi tape that we just don't use that often. And I'm going to keep going the same kind of pattern. And let's just use it. Let's use it. I'm going to go all the way up. Create a background. Can we get the yellow where we need to again? Look at that. I'm going to make sure it all is always that way. Don't know if we're going to get another one in there. We're going to do two more. One more pink. Put those away. And one more orange. Looks good to me. How's that look for you guys? Look good to you guys? Then we're going to peel it off. And what I like to do, is take it like this and just flip it right on the edge of my desk. And that gives me a nice clean edge. Then same thing on this one. Flip it. And then a nice clean edge. And look at, we've got like our own little fun pattern paper. Yeah, I didn't do one in California. I did the one in Florida, and I remember the Jaws ride. I think we're gonna do it just kind of like this, but I feel like they need to be popped up a little bit. So let's get some foam tape behind them all. I'm just gonna tear it. You guys know me. I just buy inexpensive foam tape and I just tear it off because then it works perfectly. And we're going to do the bottom one first. I'm just going to kind of center it in the middle of that. And then this guy's going to go on here like this. And then this guy's going to go up here like this. Okay. Paper off here. I'm just looking at the time. Oh, we're going over. We're going to go over just a little bit. I'm not sure I'm going to get a second card done. I'll get a picture taken. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, the Aerosmith one. That's the rock and roller coaster. My daughter loved that one so much. She's a big rock and roll fan too. So she was so excited about that one. When she was a senior in high school and I chaperoned her dance team, her and her friends, Noelle, waited in line for 2 hours to go back on that one because Haley'd been on it, but her friend Noelle had never been on it. So she's like, we got to go on it. It's my favorite. So look at how fun this is. Got this. We need a sentiment. We've got celebrate every moment, which doesn't quite fit. Spark and celebrate. These don't quite fit. We could do one this way, which I'm kind of thinking I like. So I think I'm going to grab this Celebrate Every Moment. And I'm thinking, you guys, that, I don't know. I'm thinking I also just want to do Celebrate. So close your eyes. Hi, Tia. Close your eyes if you don't like to do this, because here comes my scissors. Okay. If you don't like that, don't look. And oh, it's all done. So you can open your eyes now. Just going to grab my little Misty here. We're going to use our same stamp or ink. We're going to use that same Black Widow ink. Now, for those of you that freaked you out, I can line it right back up, especially with my Misty. And then I need my Black Widow ink. We're going to be very gentle and just tap it with our fingers. Oh, look at how I love the cleanness of this font. And we're going to add a little sparkle. So I'll create a second card with this one off camera, and I will get that posted with them both. And I will show you that. Okay, get that wiped off. And then we're going to cut this down. I'm super excited because you know what? I love crafting with you guys, but Friday nights is basketball night. Unfortunately, the basketball team is playing after the live tonight, so I get to watch 90% of it. They're just about to start. So, Mama, if you're not, get your fever on. They're on Ion. They're starting. I'll be watching it fairly soon. All right, Celebrate. Oh, yeah, I had to do those too. And then I think I kind of like it just kind of up this. I don't know. What do I kind of think of it? I don't know. Do we like it down the side? Does that look weird? Or do I need to put a black, or do I want to just, should I pop it up? Maybe I should just do it right like this. Let's do it right like this. Let's pop it up. I changed my mind. Strike that, reverse it. So cut a piece off. And if you know what movie that's from, we can be friends. Yeah, I know. It's on right now. They just started. 9 o'clock. No, Harry Potter was a blast. I didn't do the dragons. I didn't get to do the dragons. I would like to have done that, but I didn't. I don't remember if it was really busy or something when we were there, and so I didn't. I did the main rides. Okay, now we need a little bit of bling bling, right? And I want to find. I do want to use my crystals. So we're going to grab that and we're going to add a little crystal. Ignore my my glue bottle, it's broken. And add a little dot there. I'm going to put a little tiny dot right in the center, and then I'm going to put a few, 1, 2, kind of like twinkly stars. 2, 3. That gives me 5. And I will do something with that roller coaster, I promise. It just will have to be. I wanted to do both colors tonight. Add our crystals to the center of that. Add a crystal to the center of that. And then the last but not least. So don't forget, Stencilpalooza is coming on Sunday, and I don't know what time the video I have will go up, but it will go up on Sunday. I will have it say premiere when I get it scheduled. Kind of depends on what time I get done with it tomorrow. And then our new release is going live and all that stuff. So here is our card. I think it turned out fabulous. I love how these postage stamps worked with this. And like I said, we still have these to go. I feel like I need one more almost instead of just 3. But, you know, if I had an A2 card panel, you could just, like I said, stick them down however you want. make a fun little card that way too. So I am gonna pop up to the top. Thank you, ECs. I am gonna pop up to the top. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them. I love how they turn out. I appreciate you guys all so much. I hope you have a great, fabulous rest of your night. A great first day of August tomorrow. I will see you next week with the new release, the August release. We were going to be playing with the Stamp Club Premium, and I don't know what else we're going to play with because the Stamp Club Premium has a sentiment set, so it'll be some other things. Oh, thank you. I like them in a wonky line too, because then I can make them straight, because I don't do straight very easily. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you all next week, okay? I am going to